Can you turn that down, please?
It is your Wednesday night sports delight. Wait a minute. There you go. The Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smoooth.
I'm Stanton, baby.
When it's about sports.
It becomes our business, and business has definitely picked up.
Yes, sir.
What is the word, Smooth? How you feeling? How you living?
Man, everything is good. No complaints. Just so y'all know, this show is brought to you by Smoooth Productions. Y'all know what it is. Get at your boy for anything y'all need. Mr. Jack of all trades, we're going to make it happen for each and every one of y'all. With that being said, yeah, everything is good. It's warm here, finally, in the Lou for right now.
Look, you see the way we dress. We don't believe it. We still got on hoodies. I got on shorts though. I still don't believe it.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, seeing you yesterday, we both had our hoodies on and shorts on. We like, hey, it's 60 degrees. It's time for a barbecue or something.
Definitely. Look, I was driving on the roads yesterday after I left your house, and I smelled a few grills in the area. I was like, oh, okay, somebody got them coals out. Somebody got some links on the grill.
Man.
Gonna throw some rib hips on there, Make it good. See, not. Let me stop talking about it. Wow, man.
Make it.
All right now with a flashlight.
But yeah, we hope that wherever y'all at, y'all are, in warm climates like we are right now in the Lou. Last week by this time it was submerged with snow and ice and everything. Now it's it's wonderful right now. We can't complain. So
Hey, Louis for you, man.
yeah. But for those out there in Texas who was going through worse than what we could have imagined, no power, no waters, we pray for y'all. Hope nothing but the best. It's been crazy, but like we have been doing in the past, man, we're going to overcome this, and we're going to be better for it. So prayers up to each and every one of y'all. Platform Sports Talk Show. Make sure y'all go ahead and give us a follow. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Click on that
Bell.
because anytime we go live,
You and you and you and you and you all the way in the back. All the way in the back. You just dropped your phone.
Yeah,
But you too.
I see it.
You'll
Pick it
be
up.
notified.
Pick it up. Pick it up now. All right, there you go. There it is. Go ahead and like,
Screen
y'all.
cracked. Screen gone.
All cracked. Man, see, that's what I said a while back though about I see more people with iPhones having shattered screens. What's up with that, Stan? You an iPhone dude. What's up with that?
I ain't seen a shattered iPhone screen in years.
Man.
What you talking about?
Okay,
My screen
outside of
stands
yours.
the test of time.
So you are the smart one, because a lot of other people, I just see nothing but shattered
I don't
iPhones.
look, honestly, if you think that you've seen a cracked iPhone screen, you haven't. You've seen a cracked screen protector. We're smart. We get the tempered glass screen protector. We don't just have anything on our thing. We got to make sure that all the damage is going to be done to what can be taken off. You can replace that all the time.
Right. Yep.
iPhone's made to last, man.
iPhones made to last. Okay. Shouts out to
Like
to
a
the iPhone
Duralast
people.
battery.
Now see, the I want to say the Android people like Energizer. You just keep going and going. So you know how it is. Well, no, you don't. You forgot how
So
it
y'all
was.
blow up.
Yeah, until you blow up. Especially on what was that? Like it was some kind of phone that came out a couple years ago. Like don't take it on an airplane because it might explode. Next to your face or
Yeah,
something.
it was. Don't you? I like how you try to say it was some kind of phone. It was an Android. It was a Galaxy. Trying to say it was some kind of phone. No, it was a green message.
Hey, it
okay?
was an iPhone Galaxy.
It wasn't. It was a Galaxy by itself. That's it.
Yeah. So
Don't
once
try
again,
to put that on us. That's your nerve.
yeah. So once again, we hope that y'all,
around here.
y'all cool. Y'all doable. See, y'all be having those damn what does it say on there? The iPhone people like loved your message and like I don't even need to know that you love the message I sent you via text.
The only reason this says that is because if it was on the iPhone, it would just have the reaction in the top right corner. Y'all don't get that, okay?
We don't need
y'all
all that
gotta
extra stuff.
Can.
It's a damn text.
Y'all don't need all that extra stuff.
It's a damn text. I love
we don't need
stand and love the
from
message.
The phone that gives you a terabyte of memory. Who honestly would use a terabyte of memory in their lifetime? Who?
People who enjoy.
What you need all that space for?
People who enjoy using the high definition 8K of a Galaxy or Android phone. That's why. Cause you want to take photos.
Don't make me flex my case, sir.
Taking videos, making it happen. That's the reason why.
Case right now.
You capturing all the memories, baby.
I'll have go to my videos to flex my case.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
K's are being flexed. I am recording right now as we speak. K's are being flexed. What's up, Smooth? K's are being flexed. I'm going to save that for later.
All right.
I'll talk about our cameras. Anyway.
All right, so.
Y'all can't talk to me any kind of way. My Bulls in the top 8.
Hey,
you will speak to me
congratulations on that.
Okay.
Congratulations on that, man. Congratulations.
Hey, man,
8th place. Who would have thought it?
Well, shit, not me. But when it happened, I was like, okay, now it's time for my next dream to come true. We going all the way. Larry O'Brien coming to Chicago. I'm telling you, it's happening. So it's happening, and Mike gonna be there. Mike gonna be at every game, and he gonna be standing up at Game 6. Like, if you motherfuckers let it go past Game 6, I swear, I'm coming out of retirement.
Shouts out to Miss Williams.
She's gonna be 50 in a 3X jersey set.
Wow. Shouts out to Miss Williams. She says, hi, Fred. Hi, Stanton.
Hello, Miss Williams. It's good to see that you're here.
Yes, we hope you are doing well. Once again, everybody share the stream because we have another special show. It's going to be a very fun one. We look forward to it. So let's stick with the theme of the NBA. You just brought up the Bulls. They are in 8th place. All that good stuff. Yeah. But before we get to that, we got some NBA All-Star Weekend type news going on. So let's talk about it real quick because now on everybody's screen, you are seeing the All-Star starters for the East and for the West. For the East, you see Giannis, Bradley Beal, the captain, Kevin Durant, Stanton's favorite player, Joel Embiid, and Kyrie Irving. And then for the West, you have Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, he's the captain, Nikola Jokic, and Kawhi Leonard. What are your thoughts on the All-Star starters?
Well, I believe what's crazy is, we were talking about Devin Booker being snubbed, right? Isn't this going to be the second straight year where we're saying Devin Booker was snubbed, but still Devin Booker gets to start in the All-Star game?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I remember last year they were like, "Oh, Devin Booker got snubbed," and then somebody went down with an injury. it was like, all right, Devin Booker gets to play. And jog my memory, but I don't believe his production was that well, was it?
No, his production was
Or did
off
he?
the chain. I mean, it
He had a
wasn't
good game?
it,
Okay.
it wasn't as great as it was when he got to the bubble and he just went berserk in the bubble. We all saw what the Suns did last year in the bubble. They went undefeated. I mean, they went crazy.
Well, we have it on good authority. The reason for that success. But, we just gonna
We have it on good authority that they had some motivation, outside of the court, But you know what? Before I continue on with Devin Booker, let's go and talk about these reserves real quick. So for the West, we have Dame Dollar, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis, Spider Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell, CP3, Chris Paul, and the second year phenom Zion Williamson. Then on the East, we have James Harden, Jaylen Brown, first-time All-Star, Stan's boy from Chicago Bulls.
Yes, sir.
Zach.
Now that is my player, okay? I don't know that malarkey you was talking earlier.
Zach LaVine.
This is my guy right.
Julius Randle, first-time All-Star as well. Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, St. Louis's own, doing it again. And once again, shout out to Bradley Beal, first time starting in an All-Star game. So shouts out to him. And then we have Vukovic from Orlando Magic. Now you brought up Anthony Booker. Once again, he was a snub, but it was just announced. Say what? Oh, I'm tripping. Devin Booker, my bad.
Is that his cousin? I brought up his cousin.
Right.
His cousin down the street.
My bad.
No, Anthony.
My bad.
He played baseball.
Exactly.
That was his sport.
Devin Booker, my bad. He was a snub, but it was just announced within the last hour or so that he will be replacing Anthony Davis and will be at the All-Star game in Atlanta. So congrats to Devin Booker. But just going off of the list, whether it was the starters or it was the reserves, anybody else you feel should have gotten that should have been deserved a spot on the roster?
I really can't think of anybody. Selfishly, Derrick Rose. He always deserves a spot on the All-Star game roster because he will forever be an All-Star.
That's my guy.
So, hey, that's forever my guy, man. I was watching this, not to get off track, but I was watching this YouTube video of some of the most, the greatest comeback stories in NBA history. And so they showed every, it made me cry because they showed every damn injury that Derrick Rose had. And I'm like, y'all really gonna show every injury? It was to the point where he was getting injured off of the littlest things. It was like, hey, man, the man's body was fragile at one point. But then they showed the infamous 50-point game at when he was with the Timberwolves. And so when I saw that, I was like, man, that was cool because they showed he couldn't stay in the game for at least, not the game, he couldn't stay in the season for at least more than 5 consecutive games. He was always getting injured. So to see that video, that really warmed my heart. So as far as people who I believe got snubbed, Derrick Rose, every time, every year, he always getting snubbed. Why they doing D Rose like that? He's the youngest MVP. Throw that man back in there. He still got it.
And it's amazing because we talked about his former team, the Bulls, being in 8th place, but right above the Bulls, you have Derrick Rose and the Knicks. And they're doing incredible things. Like, that team is playing as if they truly believe in each other. And I think that's something that Tom Thibodeau has always been known for, is to get the team to play as one. And they're doing that right now in New York. And it actually is pretty good for basketball to be able to see the Knicks to at least right now be, if the playoffs started today, they will be in the playoffs. So shouts out to Thibodeau, D Rose, Randall, so many guys contributing to that team. They're going to be a team that, as I said before, maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, they're going to be a team in which You don't want to just face them and think it's going to be an easy victory. It's going to be a battle because that's what Tom Thibodeau was all about. Any more thoughts in regards to you with the Knicks and what Thibodeau was doing with that team?
So I remember when they hired Tibbs over the offseason. I said then, I was like, all right, watch out for this Knicks team. And now they've added in Derrick Rose, who is somebody that knows Tibbs very well. To I'll say that as an understatement. So they definitely have that coaching and player chemistry. So, and plus at this point we can say that Derrick Rose in his, I don't know what year this is, but it's definitely way past a rookie. He is definitely a veteran at this point. So to have a veteran presence on such a young team will be something that is definitely helpful, and a player that knows how to help enforce and bring to life Tibbs's coaching vision. So I definitely see good things in this New York Knicks team's future. Just not right now. They still the Knicks. 7th place now, but keep in mind, they are still the New York Knicks.
Knicks. Shouts out to Jamie, Jayance. How you doing? Hope everything is well with you. She's a big...
Oh, no, I ain't shutting her up with this big old Kate. Nope.
She's a huge KD fan. Now she wants to be a Brooklyn Nets fan. But yeah.
I see. That's how it is. That's how it is. But, you know, not saying that I am one, but everybody wants to criticize LeBron and they fans. But this, I guarantee you, Jamie Lynn, and correct me if I'm wrong, you'd have been a Thunder, a Warriors, and a Nets fan. So y'all about even. And not once has this man gone back to the city that he left. Not once. Not once. Not unless he was playing the game. He never thought about it, never considered re-signing. He could have. I guess that's what separates him and LeBron, but you know, that's another conversation. I'll just leave that alone.
Hey, she says, not you too. The hate is real.
Not you. See, we don't have time. We don't have the time. Okay.
That'll be a whole new show right there, huh?
A whole show. A whole show. In that order. I'm done. Boy, look, that might have to be a whole show. We just might have to get it all out.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you.
Sportstalk Show presents Stanton Speaks. We just get it all out.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man.
My problem is with people in sports.
Last Thursday, watching that game, the Lakers and Nets, man, I tell you, my ears almost fell off, boy, because she was hollering so much. And I'm like, man, hey, and I told her before the game, I said, I can't take this game serious because KD wasn't playing, AD hurt. But, you know, she was like, it was a Super Bowl. She was just hollering and everything. And then, you know, I'm like, okay, we're going to see in the finals. We're going to see what happens then. That's going to be the real test.
We're not going to see in the finals. We're not going to see in the finals. We're not.
Why is that?
Because you have 3 people, 2 of which were on the same team at one point. That just frees up when it's time. Now, of course, KD was given the opportunity to shine, but let's not act like he got himself there by himself. Of course, when you get somebody to the big stage, they gonna show out. We're not saying that he doesn't have the talent. It's the endurance. It's the heart. That's what I have an issue with.
Oh,
that's my issue.
It's the heart.
That's. It's like you. It's like you jumped ship right before it was about to tank.
So pretty much he already
Dame
saw
Lillard
it.
ain't even done that. Nets locked in. Okay, all right.
So you saying that he pretty much saw that it wasn't going to be a happy ending, so he left before it got worse. Is what you saying?
That's what it looked like, man.
Interesting.
At least that's what I thought it was. But you remember all those reports about emotions and whatnot started coming out?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, so you just emotional. Okay. All right, Carl Thomas. That's what he is.
I was gonna say Vivian Green for a second.
Oh, not the roller coaster. Dang. Not the roller coaster. All right, Smooth. Moving on. What's next? What else are we talking about?
All right, up next, and this is not a great topic to discuss, but we have to discuss it because he's a huge.
Damn. Do we have to?
He's a huge figure in sports, and that's one. Tiger Woods. We all know yesterday he was involved in a solo, single passenger, you name it, accident. It was reported today that it was no alcohol involved. There was no criminal charges. It was just simply based off of that intersection, that road that he was on, that maybe he just went a little bit too fast, lost control, and we all saw the results. If you didn't, it's online of the crash. And it was crazy. I was like, man, what is going on? 2021 is just, my goodness, you know. But luckily, he's alive. He's conscious. Now you asked the question yesterday, is he done? I personally feel, because he already had a back injury that he was at the time trying to recover from again. But now you having fractured legs and ankle and everything, that's going to take months on months on months of recovery. I'm not sure. You know, I can't put it past him, but I'm not sure if he's going to come back again.
So when they had the initial reports with the leg surgery, they didn't say how bad it was, but then they showed pictures, and I think I saw something with screws in it. And when I saw the screws, I was like, oh yeah, that's done. That is done, because I've heard people speak about it. It's something when you have when there's been metal infused into your body, the elements play even more of a part into your daily life now. And I pray that's something that I never have to endure. But for this to be Tiger's life now, and you know, he's what, 45?
Yeah.
He's 45, and even before this, he was coming off of, they said, his 5th back surgery.
And you're playing a sport that requires you to pretty much walk the whole time.
Well, he's Tiger Woods. I feel like he'll get a Nike endorsed Wheaties orange golf caddy. No, not Wheaties. But you know, like, I feel like he'll work that out. He'll get a car. But I just feel like when you're coming off the 5th surgery, and when they spoke to him, I don't know how long ago that interview was with Jim Nance, he said that he was hoping to be playing coming up soon in April. So that definitely is now a not happening thing. So did this speed up his retirement? At first I was being optimistic, but I do think that Tiger Woods, his days of being a professional, an active professional golfer are over, at least competing for tours. We'll see him well, shoot, I don't know. Once we're through this pandemic, I believe he'll take the route of Steph Curry. You know, Steph Curry has that golf classic all the time, and he invites all the celebrities.
Right.
I feel like that's going to be Tiger's route. I feel like he's going to get into he's going to find something to do. But as far as playing the game at a competitive level, I feel like those days are done.
And if that's the case,
and it hurts me to say that.
Yeah, I about to say, if that's the case, that's just a terrible way to have to force your career to end, is something like that. But the biggest thing is that he's alive, so we're grateful for that, and prayers up to you.
You know, because even though it's been a year, athletes and accidents are still a traumatizing thing.
Woo! I mean, what today was the 2/24. By this time last year, they had the big Kobe going away thing at at Staples.
The super service. That's what that was.
Yeah.
It was so crazy when you sent me the I was reading it and I was like, okay, I have no clue. I didn't fast read. I was reading through it, and then they got to the part you said Elgin Tiger Woods. I was like, no, we're not doing this again. And it was like, okay, he's cool. All right. Because I don't think that the black people wouldn't have been able to take that. First Kobe, now Tiger. That's two. That's two of that's two out of, if you want to think about it, 3 or 4 of the biggest titles in their respective sports within that age range. You got Kobe, you got Tiger, you got Serena and her sister. There are just certain names that, you know, we even if it's natural causes, those are our superheroes,
Right?
because they did the things that they did in a system is tragic and traumatizing. But I am glad that Tiger Woods is not a victim of that.
And Ms. Williams says if he hadn't been wearing his seatbelt, he might not have made it because he probably would have been thrown
Now
out of that car.
that is a true statement. If you saw that car, and if you haven't, I mean, it's not good. But you know, like if you don't want to see it, then don't go look. But if you're going to look, I'm warning you, that car is pretty messed up.
Oh yeah.
Like when they got it back on this right side, I'm like, damn, he did a Genesis GV80 like that. Like I was mad.
Right.
That have you seen the inside of them cars? Them some clean cars, Smooth.
Yeah.
That what they knew what they was doing with that. But anywho,
yeah, it's crazy. But like I
I'm
said,
just glad
he's alive.
He's still around.
Yep, he's alive. That's the biggest thing. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. Your boy Smooth along with.
Is there? Stand, baby. Stand, baby. Stand, baby.
Been a long time since it's been just standing there. Bunny will not be on the show tonight.
Man, it's been like years.
You say years.
Maybe 8 years. Maybe 29, either 2019 or 2020. 2020. Yeah?
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
Because I know the transition. I think we had like just a few shows. It was just you and me, if even.
Right.
Maybe just one. Yeah. And then Bunny just came in, hit the ground running.
Took over. But yeah, so she will now be joining us tonight and take care of some family matters, but she'll be back next week for Ladies Night. So
hold it down.
Get ready, y'all. We have once again an incredible show in store. Special guest, he's ready. We'll be introducing him very soon. Real quick, talk about some basketball, man. Local teams, Mizzou and SLU, not looking too good, Stan. Ever since you told me, Smooth, I have to admit.
And this why I don't tell you. This is why I'm hesitant to do that. Because like that, they flipped the switch.
My God.
And I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like, oh, okay.
And,
right.
And that was my main concern, was the inconsistency in regards to Mizzou. SLU is different because they was out for a whole month and a half because of COVID. So they haven't really gotten their bearings back. So that's kind of different. I can't really judge too much on that. But in regards to Mizzou, it is so frustrating watching that team play every game because you don't know which team is going to show up. One day, everyone's hitting threes, hitting jumpers, playing tight defense. It's all good. We a top 10 team. Then all of a sudden, we playing like we don't even deserve to be mentioned to go to the big dance. Like we just came from 2 weeks ago having maybe a 3 seed, maybe a 2 seed, to now being on the freaking bubble watch.
I can honestly say the last time I watched the Mizzou basketball game with genuine full excitement, my grandmother was still alive.
Oh wow.
Smooth, this month makes 17 years. Okay? That's how long it's been since I've been genuinely interested in a Mizzou basketball game. I just, and then for me to come on the show and it's like, all right, guess I got to pay them some attention. And then for what I'm seeing, I'm like, oh
man, super frustrated, man. Frustrating,
like,
should I say.
I just, after having him on the show and realizing the kind of guy he is, man, I just hope that eventually Konzo Martin gets that superb class of just prospects, and they all just come in just fully talented. They get that man what he's been working for. I feel like he deserves to not have a first round exit as has happened in previous years in the big dance. I just hope that we can shift gears and get our foot back in the door.
Right. Totally agree. Last thing before we bring in our special guest, I seen your excitement. You was not you personally in tears, but you had your emoji when you saw Nolan Arenado swinging that bat in the Cardinal red.
Hey.
Man, spring training is fully here.
Man.
Everybody has reported. It's on and popping. It's excitement. We're gonna have a spring training game this Sunday. I'm definitely pumped up to see this team. How do you feel, man?
I am. It was something about seeing the swing. I was like, okay, this is real. It's like we can't mess this up. So with that happening, we've got Arenado being that new presence, but he's a guy that has the star power to where the other guys will listen. We've talked about this before. It's a good setup. We've got a solid 3 running our bases right now. And we've got the veteran presence of Bueno and Molina. It's a good looking squad this year. Smooth. I never thought that we would be able to sign a player that would make me just say, oh, holy hell, this one guy really does change the trajectory of this team.
Right.
But this Nolan Arenado is changing the trajectory of this team. And we haven't really even, well, I haven't, because I haven't been on social media. So I haven't really seen, how they're looking in spring training and everything. I could probably find it on YouTube or something, but I haven't seen it. But I'm hopeful, and I am ready for these 2 months to hurry up. Wait, when is the season supposed to start? What's the official start date?
That's a great question. Let's go ahead and look it up. I know it's I know it's the end of March. Like the last week of March is going to be the first game. But let's find out. What is it? Opening day in baseball. Opening day 21 is going to be Sunday, February. No, wait a minute.
You see, you saw the same thing. That's spring training. You on Google.
Right.
Because I was on that.
Like, hold on. Wait a minute. That ain't right. Let's see here. Is it? No, it's still saying spring training. Hold on. Let's put the Cardinals on there and see what's happening. Should have had. Here we go. MLB regular season. Let's see. Google, hold me down. MLB opening day.
April 1st. Thursday, April 1st is opening day.
There we go. So, yeah. Thank you, Google. Should have had that ready. But, yeah. So, I'm definitely excited.
I'm just glad I was able to catch an opening day. Man, look, because I did not know that we were going to be all up in this panoramic. So, I'm glad I was able to catch a opening day, man. That will forever. I've never been to a sporting event with that much energy.
Yeah.
Like not even football games. It's something about this city and baseball.
It's crazy.
It's
and
just like that.
People always say that it should be like an official holiday when you have opening day. Like everyone should be able to be off work,
It really should. I will sign the petition. Is there a change.org for that? I'll sign that. I'll sign it multiple times. I definitely believe, especially in St. Louis. Could you imagine if the whole city, Smooth.
Yeah.
If this was 2019, because I can't say last year because we didn't have it. If the whole city got the day off, that'd be major. That game would be so crazy.
Mm-hmm. And especially, in regards to dealing with this pandemic where we didn't have no fans at all last year, it would be so emotional going to a game. Everyone.
That's 7-minute stretch.
Yeah, everyone would be like just in tears because, man, we finally able to be back where we belong. Baseball heaven, the whole nine. And like Miss Williams said, St. Louis is definitely a baseball town. You know what? I'm gonna take a whole nother step. St. Louis is definitely a sports town. We really appreciate sports as is. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely gonna be great when we're able to get to that point where fans can come back and things are back to normal. But we shall see.
Yes, sir.
But I do want to address her previous comment. She says, "Yeah, do you think Mizzou's issues are due to poor recruiting or poor coaching?" I will say the recruiting has been fine because we do have a few 4-star athletes. You know, we did have a 5-star athlete, whatever. I think it's more so the heart with the players. Because once again, one day you're playing and everything is ticking. Everything is clicking. You're hitting your shots. You're playing tough defense. We have the talent. We have the shooters. But I think it's really the heart. The recruiting has been fine. I mean, of course, it can be better. We still don't have that guy that when everybody else is tripping and can't make a shot, we don't have that one guy that can defeat the zone or say, you know what, give me the ball, I'm going to take it to the hole, or I'm going to shoot a jumper in your face. We still don't have that guy. We did have that guy, but unfortunately, he couldn't play. And you know who I'm referring to, Stan. But
it's not funny. I'm sorry.
You know, but
I'm sorry, but boy, I swear, Smooth. If you sit here and say this man didn't make you cry, I might have to call you a liar.
Oh no, I was hurt. Hey, after game 1 against Iowa State, and we found out he was done for pretty much the season. I was like, but like I said, we still just lack. We still lack that guy that can just take over a game. If we can get that recruit and he plays, then we'll be fine. Right now, it's kind of like we have a system team in which everything has to be perfect in order for us to score. That's the issue. So, you know.
So right now, the 2 points that you are emphasizing, to me, they rely on each other.
Right.
You know, you said they gotta have the heart, and then I feel like they gotta want to come there, and you know, you're not gonna be attracted to before this season and before the last couple seasons an unranked place. You know, you got your top 25. You know, we used to read them off all the time. You got your top 25. Mizzou was rarely, if ever, in there.
Not at all. The last 2 years, they were not.
Not at all. So if you are a 4-star, 5-star recruit, you're basically going to college before they reinstall the straight from high school, before they reinstall that, or whenever they're supposed to put that back in. You are like, college was just to help solidify and mold your game a little more for the NBA. So, you know, you want to go to a school where you're going to get that attention while you are molding and working on your game. And you'll get that attention going to Mizzou. But when you go to Mizzou, the attention will be more directed to, oh, here are the unlucky SOBs for this team, as opposed to, oh, they've got this guy. They've also got a bunch of role players. This is a team to look out for. We got that top 10 spot, and I think we lost it within a week.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. We had the 10th spot, then we lose by like 50 points. Then we go play another team, but lose that game. We lost 3 in a row until we won.
Man.
Until we won against like Mississippi State or one of them teams, whatever it was, and then we lost again last night. So it's just the inconsistencies because we don't know what Mizzou team we are dealing with. But I can say that the AD for Mizzou, Jim Sturk, he has admitted yesterday during a press conference that he's already in talks because Council Martin is in year 4 of a 7-year contract. he's already in talks to extend him past that 7 years. So they want to lock him down pretty much for life, which I believe is deserving because he's the perfect guy. Uh, if you've seen our interview that we had with Kyle Martin last year, we know that he's a great guy. He's great for Mizzou. He is a great recruiter. He just had been having a lot of unfortunate luck in regards to injuries. This year, that hasn't been the case. It's like I said, it's more so to me from what I'm seeing, the heart. You got to have the heart. You got to want it more. And maybe sometimes when you get in the limelight, you feel like you're the best thing since sliced bread until you get smacked in the mouth by a team who wants to take away your top 25 ranking. And that's what's been going on these last 2 weeks, is that these teams that they facing, they saying, oh, I got a top 10 team, Mizzou coming in. We got to give them everything we want because teams love to beat ranked opponents. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different feel, and it looks good on your resume going to the big dance when you're facing a top 25 opponent. So you have to have that dog in you. And sometimes they don't have that dog going into certain games. When they played against Mississippi State 2 weeks ago, the same team they lost against last night, Mizzou had like a 13-point lead, and then they lost the game in the second half. Stuff like that can't exist when you're a top 25 team. But we just hope that they can still find a way to get into the big dance. But with that being said, it is that time. This guy here, I've known since around maybe 2002, 2003. He was born in Kokomo, Indiana. Then he stayed in the Louvre for about a year and a half. This man has 4 kids, ages of 18, 16, 14, and 11. He played at the University of Purdue. He was in the same recruiting class as the great Drew Brees. So look forward to talking to him about that. He is currently a high school football coach while doing a 9-to-5 elsewhere while being a full-time, not part-time, but a full-time dad. And this is a guy that I consider a great friend. And everyone's going to figure out why I say that in a minute. But without any further ado, everybody show some love. Give it up for my boy, Deandre Johnson. There he is. What's going on, brother?
Bud?
How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on here, man. I know it's been a minute. I really haven't done no sports talk show, so it's kind of good to finally, give some information and what I've been through, and since I have kids coming up, it's good to talk about like recruiting and what to expect, and like you guys were talking about the recruiting aspect of it. Because when I was getting recruited, you have to. The older I've gotten, you have to understand where you want to go play. You want to be comfortable there. Like, you don't want to just because like I was talking to my younger sister about it. Most kids nowadays, they want to go play professionally sport. They all want to make it big, but it's like, what happens? What happens when you don't make it? You have to have a backup plan. So the majority of the time, I try to, instill, it's good to go to college and, play sports, but you still have to have that backup plan too.
Yep, that is true, man. That is definitely true. And we appreciate you being able to take some time out to join the Platform Sports Talk Show. How's the weather out there in Indiana?
I think today was like almost 50. It's starting to warm up now. I know last week it was horrible. I know last week we had one day at school. We went to school on Friday. But the rest of the week it was pretty bad. I think all this week is supposed to be like in the high 50s. So it's starting to get a little bit warmer now. Instead of all this snow, like I told my coworker, it always seems like when December and January hit, it's mild, but as soon as February hits, it changes.
Yeah, that is definitely true. It's like I always consider February that. Let me give y'all one little last reminder of why we are considered still winter before the spring
Right.
comes. And look what happened these last, 2 weeks or so. But we're here.
Yep.
Everything is all good. Do me a favor though, Dre. Turn your device
Yeah.
sideways so we can get more of a full view. So your screen, excuse me, will be more full.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, now we getting there. So once again, this
Okay.
is the platform sports talk show. Got my boy Dre Johnson up here holding things down, representing. We got the Purdue shirt on, holding things down. We see you, brother. We see you.
Meanwhile, I'm in my all black.
Right.
Yeah. So how's I'm gonna ask you guys. So how's Mizzou's football team gonna be in the fall?
You said how the football team is gonna be?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second year under Eli Drinkowitz, I expect greatness. I ain't gonna say win the SEC, but I definitely because I think they were like 5-5
Right.
or 5-6, whatever. But they shown a lot of improvement, and I think year two, bringing in more recruits, especially from the St. Louis area, this team is gonna be something I feel gonna be special. You're gonna have Tyler Macon, quarterback from East St. Louis. He was a 5-star recruit, I believe, or 4-star. He might be taking wasn't that Connor Bazelak spot. But I have a feeling this team is gonna be very special down the line, especially keep on just getting them nice recruits from from in-state and around the areas. They should be solid. I really like how they're looking right now.
Okay.
Yep, like how they're looking right now. So
Cool.
we were talking about this on
I
the
think
pre-show. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I think Purdue played them last year. I think
Yeah,
in football. I
Yep.
think they played them last year.
yeah, I believe y'all did, and unfortunately y'all beat us. But we ain't talking about that right now. We're gonna focus on the future right now, okay?
Right. You see how everybody trying to bring up old stuff? Like, yeah, we played y'all, we beat y'all. Okay.
Right.
That was last year.
We'll keep that in the past, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so doing the pre-show, I was saying that you and I haven't seen each other, whether it's been like this Zoom or in person since 2000 and what, like 3 or 4. But just tell everybody how you and I met.
I think when I moved to St. Louis, I really didn't. I mean, I have a cousin that lives there, and I really didn't know nobody because right after school, I had to get a job. So I was thinking about, what am I going to do? And then they had a recruiting fair at Purdue, and then I had my job there was I don't know if it's still there, but it was the hotel downtown. I think it's called the Renaissance Grand.
Yeah.
So when I first moved there, I didn't have a place to stay, so they let me stay at the whole hotel until I found me a place. Then when I found me a place, that's when I started going out. And then one of the guys said, "You need to check this place out down the street." I was like, "Okay." So I started going there, and then I was like, "This kind of this is live." I wasn't used to. I mean, Indianapolis has their scenes and stuff, but it wasn't like St. Louis. So I started going out, and then started enjoying it, and then that's when I seen Fred over there dance. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, all right. I was like, it's kind of, cool or whatnot. And then I was like, then we met, then it just clicked. Like the friendship, we was going out, I think it was every weekend we was going out somewhere. Like it was out and about. So, and ever since then, because when I left, I was like, man, I could not, I didn't know, how to get in contact with you. So I was like, man, I have not talked to Fred in forever. So and then I think came across each other on Facebook, and I was like, man, it's been a long time coming, man.
Yeah, man, and like you said, we just definitely clicked. You know, I was the kind of guy that went to the club back in my younger years, and I ain't had to have a drink yet. You know, I just want to get to the dance floor. My whole mindset at that time was get to the club early before it gets packed. Go ahead and get loose by going on the dance floor, doing routines,
Right.
you know, doing our thing, whatever. And you know, cause we know then the ladies would be already, you know, getting settled in, getting ready, but they know that we could dance. So by the time we start getting live, they
Right.
knew, oh yeah, these two guys are put on a show. And I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Charlie Chan. Shouts out to Queen Isis Jones. I know she's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's back in St. Louis
Yeah.
now. But I remember, I'll never forget. Charlie Chan, while he was DJing, he was like, yo, real quick, I gotta show love to these two brothers right here, because every week they come here and they be on the dance floor holding it down. And I'm like, yeah, real recognize real, baby. And look at Stan.
He's shaking his head. He's shaking his head like, what?
Shout out these two. Hold on, real quick. Shout out these two brothers holding it down on the dance floor. Yeah, I see y'all. Was it something like that?
Hey, it was something.
The mic grab, was
It was something like that. And he was like 20 feet high in the air because he had, you know, the boot was like overlooking everything. And he was like, hey, man, shout out to these two guys, because every week they come here and they just hold it down on the dance. I mean, we used to have people be in a circle around us while we doing freaking routine like it was, what's the movie called with Omarion and Chris Brown now?
I was just about to say, so y'all was You Got Served
Yeah.
before You Got Served was You Got Served. Oh, okay. All right. Y'all was out there getting it, huh? Touch. That was...
Hey, that was when people went to the club and asked, no, not people, but dudes actually knew how to dance, and then they danced with girls.
Right.
I don't know what the hell's going on now.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
know,
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hey, you speak for yourself. Me and my guys, we still be cutting the rug in these clubs. Well, not
Okay.
right now.
Oh, okay,
You know,
right. Okay.
But before...
Hey, Stan, I salute you and your
Boy,
guys because when I was going out, you know, years back, whatever, it was like, I don't know. If I didn't know your name, I couldn't dance with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about trying to know you after the fact. I just want to dance. Let's have a good time. But no, if I ain't part of your clique, if I don't have, if I ain't showing IDs to say my name is, you know, whatever, I couldn't dance with you. Like, come on, we're supposed to have fun. You know? Now, I don't know. It's just totally different now. How is it out there, Dre, if you still go out at all?
Man, I don't go out like that. Like, I would,
with them Hoosiers.
it just depends on, like, right now since COVID. I mean, I said, I mean, when I first came back here, well, I'm trying to think about, because for a stint there, I was working in a nightclub scene for a little bit. I think it was from 2008 to 2012. I mean, it was, you know, everybody went out, you know, had fun and whatnot. But now it's, you know, I don't know, I don't really go out like I used to, because the older I've gotten, I'm not into that lifestyle. So when I was going out, it probably was about the same. You know, go out, dance, and have fun and whatnot. But now, just since COVID hit, you know, everything closed at midnight. So I really haven't been out in a while.
Yeah, shouts out to my lady.
It's probably about the same.
Shouts out to my lady, Beyonce. She talking about something she got to see his routines. All right. You know what I'm saying? I bring these routines back
who
out.
Who talking about? She talking about me because I call the boys right now. Hey, man, we used to be out there. But, hey, we out there in 2019, busting out these 90s R&B dance moves. Boy, don't, man.
Talk about tell me
don't let Candy Rain
what you
come
want.
on. We acting a fool.
Tell me what you need.
hey, that happens undefeated, man. You gotta see, even in the chair, you gotta push with your toes. You gotta push with the toes and the ball of your foot, that little part right there under your big toe. That's where you get the pressure. right there. That is how you push up. And before you come back down to gain more height, your knee already got to be bent for that takeoff. You got to be ready. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all say y'all know, but y'all don't know.
He said y'all don't know.
Man, hey, I'm telling you, any
man,
hot.
I don't know about no dancing now.
I was gonna say, man, back in the day, any new hot routine that was going on during our time, we knew it. We was on it. We put our own little flavor to it. Man, it was. I'm telling you, fun days, dog. I'm telling you.
Wait, who basement y'all used to meet in with the hat turned to the side like this? Come on, y'all. We got to step, pivot, wore it just like this with the do-rag on and everything. Y'all thought y'all was cool.
Hey,
Smooth, this was you, wasn't it?
Now, I will say.
You and Dre, which one? Who
hey,
did it?
I will say that was during the time I had the wave still. So I didn't have the wave cap on as well in the club. I ain't gonna lie. I was doing it. I was doing it. And then, like I told you before, during the pre-show, we used to always have our towels. I had my towel. He had his towel because we knew it was going to be sweating. Be hot. We're going to be sweating. We can't have no girls come up on us, and we all, drenched in sweat. We got to wipe ourselves off and make sure we good
just
to go.
Glistening by the face out here.
Man, you talking about like you said, glistening, like a freaking rotisserie chicken. But,
What?
But yeah, man, it was definitely.
You was out here rotisserie chicken shining. That's what you telling me.
It was just fun times, man. We didn't need no liquor to have a good time. That's where we was all about just having pure fun.
I mean, you never really truly need liquor to have the good time. The liquor just takes you from a good time to a great time. As long as you do it within moderation, because it can go from great to double S real fast. You don't need that.
And you was asking about
it's true.
And you was asking about if you had to like practice routines. No, we just went to the club, and like I said, we used those times before it got packed. We used those times just to play around and do our thing.
Yeah. I don't believe him. When Smoooth liked the girl, he was like, "All right, fellas, we're gonna meet up in the basement. We got to go over this routine real quick." All right, cool.
Hey,
now when Genuine comes on, we got to left. Right. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? Now I think about it. Remember, Dre, how we used to play it off like a girl was like out dancing us, and then I'll be like, oh my God, wait a minute, she just like too thick. Woo, and I'll fall back, and you'll catch me, and then he will push me back up. Kind of like a moonwalker. He was like, Andy, are you okay? Whatever. So I will fall backwards, and he'll catch me, and then he'll push me back up. I jump in the air. I start just doing all kind of like little dances.
Man, that's hilarious stuff. Thinking about it, man. It was fun, but think about it now, that's hilarious, man.
Dude, like I said, that was the times in which you can just dance.
And the armbands, okay? As long as you ain't do
that.
Oh,
no. Because the clubs that we went to, usually, you had to be, you had to have it was a dress code. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you just come out there wearing whatever. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, we just had fun, man. It was all about having a good time and making people smile.
Smoove used to pop in there with the crispiest of polos. I wasn't ready for him.
Hey, polo me down, baby. I was ready.
With the superstar Adidas with the stripes to match the color of the polo. Say I'm lying.
I would say at that time, Air Force Ones was, the lick.
Yeah. You're right. Especially being in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was between Air Force Ones and wearing Timbs. That was it. Or even back then, those what was it called, like Sauconys and Steve Madden and stuff like that.
Oh, you was wearing penny loafers. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was between that, man.
This is the finest. Okay. Oh, Elroy, let me raid your closet. I gotta go out and impress this girl. Go out smelling like Jupe and covered in Beijing. All right, Smoooth. You better do that.
You said Beijing. All right, Spice.
Okay. Look, man.
But yeah, like I said, fun times, man.
To the first question.
So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Dre, so a question that we always like to ask our special guests is, what age would you say that you found out about your love of sports?
To be honest, probably was when I was in probably the fifth grade. When I was young, yeah, probably the fifth grade, because I always was wanting to like my mom didn't let me play. Well, I didn't. Well, I don't think she's gonna let me play sports, but I didn't start playing football until the seventh grade. And after that, it just before that we would play pickup football, in the yard. Everybody was like, "Are you gonna play football?" And I was like, "I guess," but I said the fifth and sixth grade, and the seventh grade is when I really started playing. And then as a seventh and eighth grader, I really started to blossom. And then when I hit my ninth grade year, the varsity coach was like, we think you're too talented, you're too talented to be playing freshman football. You want to play varsity. So for a minute there, I was kind of nervous because I would say I was kind of, confident in myself as being a freshman playing with upperclassmen, because it was different back then. I mean, I'm not saying it's different back then, but now it took me a while to adjust. But as soon as I went up there and played, it came naturally. Like I said, I really didn't, I don't think majority of the time, I don't think my mom wanted me to play football because I played baseball, but as far as a contact sport for football, I don't think if it wasn't for me believing in myself playing, I wouldn't have been where I was. So I think the fifth grade was when I started to get into football and watching the person that I idolized the most growing up was Roger Craig and Eric Dickerson. So, that's the main reason why I wanted to play running back was because of those two. Just watching them and Earl Campbell and, just like, I want to be a running back. So, and then me being a track guy too. So, that also had a part playing with it too.
That's what's up. So you brought up baseball. What was your position that you starred in the most?
I was played first base and center field and pitcher, but I like the outfield more. I didn't like the infield. I didn't like the infield whatsoever. So they moved me out to the outfield, and I tried catcher once. That didn't. I was like, no way. I was like, I'm not playing catcher no more. I tried it once. That ball hit, man. That ball hit me smack dead on my knee. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh.
I was like, I'd rather just put me in the outfield. Because I remember one kid was sick, and it was like, hey, Dondre, we need to play catcher. I was like, I did that once in practice, and I was like, all right, I'm down, to do whatever. And then as soon as that ball hit my knee, I was like, nah, I'm going back out. I'm going back out to the outfield. I can't do this. I was like, I cannot do catcher. That's not me. I was like, let me back where I can move around, catch some balls or whatever. But yeah, baseball. I think if I wouldn't have played football, I would have went after baseball.
And that's why people, not saying they don't already, but they should definitely appreciate everything that Yadier Molina is doing right now. For all these years, and you still catching at a high rate, about to be almost 40 years old. Well, like, how many seasons been? Like 16, 17 seasons? Yeah. And to still be doing it, and you want to still do it like every day, every game. Like, if he had his choice, he would still want to play 162 games if that was an option. So that's really an incredible feat.
Man, that's like Tom Brady too, man. He's 43 and he's still playing, winning championships still, man. It's insane. It's like Tom Brady, man. He's just winning. You say he's a cheater.
He's a cheater. I'm still trying to figure it out, but he cheated for this last Super Bowl. I'm still trying to figure it out. And when I do, I'll let y'all know.
So, Dre, how big was it for you to play multiple sports when you did at your younger years?
It was hard. I mean not hard, but it was a thing for me to stay in shape. To go from track to football and then baseball. But like when I got into high school football, well, I played basketball for like a stint, but my main focus was football and track. Because I know majority of the college coaches when you recruit, they want to know what your work ethic is like. So that's what when I was at my last school I was at before I went to Carmel. These kids were just going to do one sport. I'm like, you can't just do one sport. You have to do multiple sports, because if you just want to do one sport, then they want to see what your work ethic is like. Because the thing that kind of upsets me now, when I see these kids transferring from schools, it's like, to me, it seems like they're not putting in the work to show why they got recruited, like why they got recruited to go there and play. I know when you're in high school, you're the man, but when you get to college, everybody's good. So you have to show them, why they recruited you and what can you do to keep your position. But I feel like just giving up and leaving, I just feel like that, just giving up. And the thing with me, when I got to Purdue, I got redshirted my first year because they had two seniors there. But after I started playing, it came naturally, and I was gonna do track there too. But this dude, I'm sorry, that's my son. But it's just when you're in college, you have spring football and you have regular football, so it's just the worth. You have to have a good worth ethic. If you want to, succeed, because like right now, like everybody they say, why do you work all these jobs? You got a job here and a job there. And I'm like, well, that's what the type of person I am. I like to, stay busy and, keep pushing. That's why I try to instill in my kids, just keep on, things are going to get hard, but you can't let just one thing, stop you from getting to where you need to go, because if you give up, and then you're always going to give up when something gets hard, but you got to keep that positive mind frame to, you think positive, you get positive. You think net negative, you're going to get net, you're going to get net negative. So, I just try to keep a level head and, stay positive, because everybody, I try to, this boy. Man, I'm sorry. If y'all hear that in the background, my son's in there doing something, yelling and screaming. But, just try to stay positive with, I try to do, motivational quotes. And the big thing with me is if you keep positive energy around you, you'll get it. I don't do the negativity. I don't do the, if I'm talking to somebody and they try to argue, I'm like, look, we can try this, another time, because two mad people is not going to solve something. So, I try to keep everything, positive, in the light, pray and keep God first, because, some people, they forget to pray, but if you, keep him there, everything will fall into place.
Yeah, most definitely. Got a comment, someone that you may know, Dre. Deandre Johnson, 24 for life, son. Grayson Clark.
Oh, that's my boy, man. We went to Purdue together, man. He's like, he's been there from day. That's my buddy, man. That's family. We went to Purdue together from Jamaica. Oh, snap. He went to Purdue too. So he lives in Florida. He's a pilot in Florida. So he's been there from day one. So he's for family. Grace.
Shouts out to you, Grayson.
I'm surprised my mom didn't comment yet.
Hey, she probably will. Our guest last week, Terrell Ramey, his mom was on and was commenting like crazy, and we loved it. Let's see here. We have okay, I think you may know Chanel Johnson says, "What up, fam? Proud of you."
Oh, that's my cousin. That's my cousin. That family right there. Yeah, that's my cousin. So, what's up, cuz?
That's what's up. And then Grayson says, "Yes, sir." Then he gives the fist, the strong, and then got the Jamaican flags going on. So shouts out to you, and when you being a pilot, man, hey, definitely salute to you. And out there, make sure that right now y'all are sharing this post. Let everybody know, hey, Dre on right now on the platform Sports Talk Show. Let's get as many people tuned in. Bring them comments in. Give us your thoughts. Let us know what's happening. We will interact with you. We will read out your questions, your whatever you have. We got y'all covered on the platform Sports Talk Show. So, what high school did you go to, Dre?
I went to I'm sorry. Excuse me. I went to Kokomo High School. My dad was in the Air Force, so we ended up moving to Kokomo in 1995. I think it was 5. Yeah. Well, prior to that, I went to a county school, but after the Air Force base closed, we moved down to Kokomo, where all my family is now currently. So I was there for 95, 97. Played football, track there. And after that, everybody knows I went to Purdue on a full ride scholarship. But most people don't know my career there was cut short due to concussions. I had 2 concussions that were real severe. So that was the main reason why I stopped playing for football and got into co-coaching. Well, I didn't start co-coaching until 4 years ago. Where I'm at, the school I am now. So, I went to Kokomo High School, graduated in 1997, long time ago.
Man.
long time ago. So, yeah, that's what I went through.
So, did you win any state championships while you was in high school?
No, we had my sophomore and senior year. We should have had a couple. No, but I didn't win any championships in high school. In my senior year, we lost. No, what the funny thing is, the school that I work at now is the team we lost to in the sectional championship. So when I first started coaching there, everybody was like, "You gonna coach at Carmel?" I was like, "Yeah." And the school I'm at now is a powerhouse for football. Well, let me take that back. The school that I'm at is a powerhouse in all sports. They win state and everything. The girl just won the girls swim team just won state in swimming, and I think this is like the 36th year in a row for winning swimming.
What?
They just won state. Yeah, yeah, they won. I think it's like the 35th year in a row winning state championship in swimming. The school the school that I work at has over 6,000 kids there. So it's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest schools in Indiana. So look at it. I'm telling you, man. The school, yeah, they won state.
36 years.
And now we won state in the football team. We didn't win to state last year, but the year before that we went to state. We won state last year in football. The year before that they lost. And then the year before that, they won it. So this Carmel is a really, really good. I'm telling you, man, it's a good school. The sports programs they're unbelievable. I started coaching there 4 years ago. So my son now he'll be going into the 6th grade. He's going to play. He's going to try for the travel team. So I'm gonna step down there and start, coaching him. But it's a good experience. Man, the head coach, he went to Purdue also, so he's a good coach. He's disciplined. He doesn't put up with no mess. So he's really a good coach. It's a good experience for me to be there. So my son will be coming through there too. So and he's by the time he's probably the 8th grade, my son he's big. I mean, for an 11-year-old, they say he's supposed to be between 6'3" and 6'4".
Wow.
And he's only 11 and he wears a size 12 shoe. So
Woo.
yeah, he's big, man.
Woo.
And my other son, yeah.
I'm 26 and I wear 11 and a half. I'm offended.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's right now he's 5'6". So he's coming. And then my other son, his name is Brian Robertson. You guys gonna be hearing about him too. He's there, man. I gotta tell you, my kids are monsters, man. My daughter plays basketball. She's a beast too. And my older son, he's a Olivet. He's really good too. So I got some talented children, man.
That's
and I'm proud. I'm proud of all of them. Keep on going. To keep doing what they need to do to get better and keep on striving.
That's what's up, man. Stan, did you have any question for
him? So your story about your time as a catcher playing baseball. Let me ask you, was this a part of a certain league or anything? Because if so, I've got stories. Like I got a back catcher story that'll make your head spin.
It was a minor. It was when we used, I don't know if they still do it now, but they used a pitching machine back in the day when I played, and if the ball was zipping in there, and I'm like, man, I was like, why? I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why am I doing this? I was like, this don't feel good. Like the ball, like it hurts my hand. So I'm sitting there like thinking to myself, why am I doing this? So I was like, you know what? I'm a team player. I do whatever. And then as soon as that ball came, he foul tipped it. He hit me on my nail. I was like, no, I'm good. I was like, no, just keep me in outfield and infield. I'm not getting behind this plate no more. So
I remember back in my day.
It was weird, yeah.
In the Jewish league. Long story. I was catcher for one game. I think they told that boy to go in there and take me out because he came in hot. I'm talking the red sign is on at Krispy Kreme hot. He came in with a vengeance and it hurt. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It hurt real bad. I ain't want to do it no more. I ain't never play catcher again. I was thinking about playing football. That shut down all my football dreams. I was like, nope. Because this was one time. You mean to tell me I'm going to let this happen? Nope. So this is supposed to happen all the time. I don't like it. So I stuck with my baseball and my basketball trophy.
proof.
So,
you got proof.
I did. Because y'all like to call stuff 04 champion. What that? Pal. And it's not participation, Smooth. You like getting your little jokes up. I'll never see none of your accolades.
Hey, you seen over here. I don't show them. That's it. But you seen them over here, though.
I don't know what to talk about. I see a lot of signed baseballs.
All right, so we do have a few comments here. So Mama is on. She's watching right now. She says Mom is here. Boil her up. So shouts out to Miss Brenda Renee. Then they had her and Grayson had a little conversation. Hey son, hey mama, the whole nine. Then Grayson says, Dondre is football. He was born for it. Proud of everything he has done and what he is going to do.
Mom on there. Oh, I see right there. Yeah, man. It. I can say when I played, man, it was like I try to tell most people when I play, it just came. I'm not trying to sound like cocky about anything because if they think about me, I never talked trash. I didn't when I got on like the same thing goes for my I have a younger brother. We played together too. He's like a year younger than me. But the thing is, I never talk trash to anybody. But I just when I got on the field, my whole mentality was, I'm just gonna embarrass everybody on this field. So that's what the whole mentality, and that's stuck me from the 7th grade on up to college. Like I said, my years were cut short, but I was coming. Like I was talking to I was talking to one of my buddies last week. He's like, man, if you still would have played, it's like it would have been crazy because I mean it was just it came natural. I didn't I wasn't gonna let nobody outdo me. You were gonna be good, but you was not gonna be better than me. So I just kept that whole mentality and ran with it, and it just came natural. I just every time I touched that ball, it was it was showtime. So I had to do what I had to do to put on the show and make fans happy. So it's what I try to stitch to them with the kids and stuff. You play with confidence and you'll be good. So you can't play scared because nowadays I know some kids they don't like to hit. And that was the thing about me. You gonna come hit me, but I'm gonna punish you too. So that's how I would run with. And then last year we went to state. My oldest son, we played against his high school in the semi state. And we beat him because he went to Maryville, and that's up north by Chicago. So we played. They came down here. It was kind of weird playing against my son, seeing them across. It was bittersweet, but it was nice seeing him, and then the coaches that I coached with were praising him, like saying that he's really really good, and he did well. But it was sad that we had to win, but either or if they would have won, it would have been happy too. So it was good to see him play because he's they got a spring season coming up too, but I don't think they allow fans. But he plays fullback now, Olivet up in Michigan. So good times, man.
So your mom says, did you tell them that Carmel beat Josiah's team in the state a couple years ago?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just did. Yeah. That's his team. Yeah. Like I said, yep. It was weird, man, and they. Yeah, man, it was weird watching my son because see, I'm one of the coaches on the freshman staff, but on the for Friday nights I help do stats, for the varsity games. So it was up there while watching this team play, and like I said, it was weird, seeing him down there playing, but it was fun.
Then let's see.
You have to ride back in the same car. It's like, yeah,
right.
It's like, all right, now we all gotta act like this ain't happening. We gotta go home.
No, he said that bus ride was a long bus ride because they're like 2 hours away from here. So he said that was long bus ride, and I was like, I'm sorry, son, but
it is what it is.
We were gonna mention that year, so. I was like, sorry,
Dad,
man.
I told you it was gonna happen.
Things, man. But I can say they hung around for a little bit. Oh, it was you know what the funny thing is, the state championship game is always Thanksgiving weekend. So he he was it's Thanksgiving weekend. So he was he came to the game or what he won. I think they won 9. Yeah, Carmel's won 9 state championships total overall. Because we have 6 different classes here in Indiana, and when I was in high school, it was just 5, but they switched to 6. So there's 6 classes here, and the 6A is the biggest, 1A is the smallest. So Carmel's a 6A school, and then Maryville is 6A. It just depends on where you live, because the conference that Carmel plays in is called the MIC, and the MIC is one of the toughest conferences in the state of Indiana. So it's all the kids in that conference go to the Division I schools. It's a good conference. The kids I don't think you guys know David Bell, right? You heard of David Bell?
Let's see who he played for.
He's at Purdue right now. He played at Warren. He's at Purdue now. he played at Lawrence Central. Then you remember Kyle Guy that played at Virginia. He went to Lawrence Central, which is a mixed school. And there's probably a whole bunch of kids not missing, but and then we got some kids here that one plays for the Buffalo Bills. He played at Carmel. God, I can't think of his name right now. But he plays for the Bills, and it's probably a couple more kids that are out there, but it's a bunch of kids coming through here that are going to Division I or going to the NFL too. So Indiana's not bad when it comes. It's more of a basketball school, but there also are some good football teams here too.
So your cousin Chanel was saying the whole Johnson family involved in sports. Then Grayson says his family is amazing. Mama says hey. So hey, Mama. Let's see here.
Hello.
Then she says,
man, the whole family, man, it started up top with me and my brother, and then on down the line, like I said, like Chanel said, we got cousins, and we ran. All of us played sports at the high school, so we all were there. And the thing is, we, it was fun watching them all come up, through too. So now we got our kids coming up through. So I mean, it's just like I told somebody, the older you get, man, it's just the years fly by.
tell me about it.
It's just crazy how it's crazy how the kids that are like seniors now, like I started coaching them as freshmen, and they're already seniors about to graduate. So it just goes by, it goes by fast, and you have to take time and enjoy life, and be there for your family or whatnot. And I know sometimes I try to, like I said before, everybody say you work a lot, and I'm like, yeah, I do, but and then you gotta, I think because I had knee surgery in November, and I think that was my sign to you need to rest,
slow it down,
going nonstop.
Yep.
So I think the big thing that slowed me down was that knee surgery. Because I'm like, man, like everybody, if you see my schedule, it's just nonstop, especially in the fall when we have football. It's school, football, work, and it's like nonstop going. I gotta come home, help my son with his work, drop him off, and it's non-stop going life cycle. So just try to maintain and keep it going. That's why stepping down from freshman to coaching the travel team probably will help out a lot too.
So your mom was saying that Nana was cheering for the grandson. Then Grayson says, "That's right, Josiah Johnson." So, going back to your days. I'm sorry. Going back to your days in high school, who would you say was some of your influences, or who helped you along the way, who got you to be known in high school?
I would say my growing up, I would say I had my uncles. They helped me a lot through it, and my mom. They helped me through, and my dad. They all helped me get through, tough times, because, like I said, it was a point that, it was a point there. For a minute there, I really didn't, like I said, I didn't want to play. I wasn't going to play football, but as soon as it took off, colleges were coming. I just, it was at that point to, like I said, when you're getting recruited, you have to go visit and see which one is going to make you feel comfortable for the next 4 years, because you don't want to go somewhere and get homesick, and then you don't want to stay there, and then you come home, and then then what are you gonna do? Because I took my ACT. I took my ACT first. I didn't pass it the first time, and then I think, all honesty, I think if I would have passed my ACT the first time, I think I would have went to either Michigan State or somewhere out west. But I ended up not passing it the first time, and I had to take it again. So I was like, well, let me focus and get this done because I can't, I didn't need to pass this test. So I passed it, and then sitting there waiting was Ball State, Indiana State, and Purdue. So, I went and visited all three schools, and I just felt Purdue was more of it felt like a family because he's not alive here today, but rest in peace, Coach Tiller. Coach Tiller he was strict. He was very, very, what can I say? He was very detail oriented, and he would push you to certain things. He was molding you for adulthood. So I mean, growing up, I was. My mom was real strict, she was real tough on me, growing up tough, like tough. Growing up, you're being young at that age, you're I don't want to be here. But like I said, the older I've gotten, I'm thankful that my mom did that to me because, nowadays you see kids, they don't have that guidance, they don't, they're out on, they're out on their own and they look elsewhere for, for guidance. But I'm thankful, that she was, strict and tough and, because it made me who I am right now. But the reason I went to Purdue again is that family oriented status and another big thing that he would instill with us was we would go to school to get an education. Yeah, you go to college to play football. You want to go play football, but like I said, football's not going to be there forever. I was watching a show on YouTube with Brandon Marshall and all them. I'm an athlete, and they were talking about it. Most people, when they get drafted, their friends think when they get drafted, they think they're a millionaire instant, and it's not like that. Most of those guys that make their money is off endorsements. I think the commercials. I think you get some kind of. Don't quote me, but I think some contracts are, for so many years. But I think one of the guys said you don't see that money for a while. But I just feel like me going to college and playing. I wish I would have made it, but things change. But I'm blessed for where I am right now.
That's what's up, man. And rest in peace, Coach Tiller, as Grayson Clark was saying in the comments. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night sports delight. I am your boy Smoooth.
And I'm standing, baby.
And
right.
We have special guest. He ain't ready for it. He wasn't ready for it, Stan. So I'm gonna do it one more time, and we got special guest.
Deandre Johnson, man. How you doing today, man?
There we go.
There it is.
There it is.
Introduce yourself.
I was like,
hey, trust me, we do it to all of our guests to try to see if they catch on to what we're doing. So you all good. You all good. You are not alone.
He was so looking, and we got our special guest. Yep, show do. It's me. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Right now, the top guest introduction still goes to Todd Atkins. He came in bow. I was it felt like something off of he was the newscaster.
Right.
For the sports, how they used to have the cutscenes with news channels at the introductions, and now we have Jack Thompson, Diane Jones.
Hey, hold on, Stan. Here we go, and you have Smoooth.
It was the quarter turn. I've been forgetting the quarter turn. Oh man!
Back in the 80s and 90s, right? With them intros right there, boy. I might have to bring that back.
But they arms wasn't turned. They wasn't crossed when they first turned. It was like they had a cross on the.
Love it. Once again, y'all, everybody like the stream. share it. Let everybody know what's going on tonight's
Because we having a ball.
edition, yes, of the Platform Sports Talk Show with our special guest, Dondre Johnson. So, how many schools would you say were recruiting you? I know you brought up Ball State, of course, Purdue, but how many total schools can you recall?
Man. Be honest, man, it was. I think to be honest, man, it was all of them. It was all of them, like Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State, Miami, all the MAC schools. It was a lot. It was a lot. So it was a lot of schools recruiting, sending letters and stuff. It was a lot, man. I was like, wow. I was like, is this what's supposed to happen? I was overwhelmed. I'm like, wow. It was letters coming every week. And I'm like, man. I mean, and I'm young too, so I'm like thinking like, I'm not gonna be home, and what if I go out of state, and not be able to come home, or I mean, it was an experience, to go through that, getting all those letters and like the interest and stuff, but it was a good experience, like overall, to go through.
So, when did you realize that you wasn't just a regular football player, but you, as I would say, via Stephen A. Smith, that you realized that you were special?
I think, to be honest, it was at my first 7th grade football game, because everybody makes fun, because we were our very first game. It was against, I can't remember who it was, man. They gave me the ball, and it was I got the ball and just took off, and then I juked two kids, stiff armed some other kid, and scored a touchdown. And dude was like, man, I've never seen nobody do that before in my entire life. I was like, and then after that, it just came natural. I just was like, this is my position I'm going to play, and I'm going to do my best to do what I can do to, do what I can do. But yeah, my 7th grade year, I think it was when I scored my first touchdown. After that, my whole mentality was, score points. But that's when it was, just said and done. And then when we moved from where I was, because I was a freshman, when we moved, our high school coach was like, do you guys he's like, do you guys have to move? I was like, yeah, we gotta move. My mom was not gonna let me stay up here.
He was sad.
You sure you gotta go?
We gotta go.
He was disappointed, boy. You hurt his feelings.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, he was hot. He was hot. So he was like, you guys can't get a house up here. I was like, no, we're moving to Kokomo. So yeah, it was an experience, man. Like I said, my 7th grade year, and then that's things he's seen it too. So that that's why they brought me up as a freshman to play varsity as a freshman. And when I got up there, it just came with it just came naturally. So I mean. And everybody is like, man, you were the best running back, But they still have that debate at home, who's, I don't get into that debate stuff. I just let everybody else do it. But everybody's like, you probably one of the best running backs. I was like, well, I think I was good, but everybody has, their different opinions about who was the best, and who, but I don't get into all that debate stuff. I did what I did when I had my years, and whoever comes up, that's their job to, talk about it. But I really don't get into all that debate stuff.
So you sound like Michael Jordan when he asked him, "Is he the GOAT?" I don't get into that debate stuff.
It might be lying. He want to be like, yes.
No, I really don't get into it, man. Like, they, like my senior year, like my sophomore year, the Kokomo High School football team was really good. And then my senior year, the team was really good. So they, the guys that I graduated with, and then the guys that graduated, they have their debates about, about what team was better and all this stuff. And I just let them, I mean, we all play on the same team, but they have their thoughts and stuff about who's the best, running back of the whole, area. I'm just like, man, it's everybody has their own opinions and running styles and stuff like that. So I don't really, the records. I don't think I have them there now, but I have records there at the school. But I think they've been, taken. I think different kids have, done different things, since I graduated a long time ago. But it is what it is, and they want to have their debates and talk about, who's best. I'm like, don't put me in that debate. I mean, you probably think, you're gonna have your opinion about it, but I'm not gonna sit there and argue because they get arguments about it. I mean, they get to arguing like, I'm like, man, it's not that deep. So that was years ago. So time is now.
So we got a few comments here. Shouts out to Miss Jamie Pugh. She's here on the chat. Make sure once again, make sure everyone is sharing this live stream. Let everybody know what's going on right now on the platform Sports Talk Show. Then Grayson is saying that you are doing your thing tonight. He's loving the interview, so we appreciate that. Let's see, we have a comment. Got a comment from Desiree. Is that Phi? Says Dondre puts his whole heart in everything he does. That's what makes him amazing. That's what's up. And then Jamie says, yes, he is, in regards to Grayson. Says, yes, he is, and I absolutely love it. He is so humble, and he is football. So when you see comments like that, man, how does it make you feel?
Those are my friends, man. I try to keep a level head. Just thinking about it, I'm gonna start crying. But my grandfather, man, he taught us to always be respectful and always put God first, and keep stay humble. Don't let things get you down and stuff. And when tough gets going, don't back down from it. So I think that's why I'm such a hard worker. That's all I know. They be days I work and everybody's like, you ain't been to sleep yet? I'm like, if I go to sleep, man, it's just, like Eric Thomas, I'll always listen to Eric Thomas. I mean, he's one of the main reasons why, I keep going, because I listen to him almost every day. And he had a quote to saying, if you lay down and you go to sleep and you wake up and you try to go back to sleep, your body's not tired. Your mind is telling you, you gotta keep, you gotta, even though your body is, saying you want to lay there and don't want to get up and move, you got to keep pushing them, because nobody else is going to do it for you. You got to keep doing stuff. You got to keep pushing and grinding. If you believe, all this is gonna, all this hard work will turn into something else. So I just try to keep my head straight and think about what he taught us, and my uncles and my parents and grandmother, and they're all the Johnson family, man. It's it's a good. I love my family to death, man. I know when all this COVID stuff gets done, we can all hang out and have fun, because I'm telling you, man, my family's crazy, man. Man, they are crazy.
Put them on blast. Put them on blast all around the world right now.
Crazy. Family's crazy, man, and it's hard with this COVID, like COVID and all this other stuff. But yeah, man, like I'm saying, we used to have get-togethers and stuff, and but it's that's who we are, man. My brother and my other brother, he's a physical, he trains people, and he used to work with the Packers. So me and him, all of us got the same work ethic. We keep going, until there's no more left. So. You tell me, you need me to do something. I mean, I'll do it. If I had like the last, clothes in my package, I give it to him. I'll just keep my head straight, keep going.
That's what's up, man. We definitely appreciate, you being so humble. So you head to Purdue, and lo and behold, you find out years down the line that you are in a same recruiting class as the great Drew Brees. Tell us about Drew Brees when you first met him and throughout the time in college with him.
Well, Drew's cool dude, man. I think I'm back in, man, it's a long time ago, 1996. They was recruiting, like when Coach Coletta left for Purdue, Coach Taylor was still at Wyoming. So they were coming from Wyoming to Purdue. So they were looking, seeing what kids were in them, local kids that were around, and they came to they were talking to the athletic director and the coach and then the teacher that I used to work with. They were like, we want to, see this kid, we heard good things about him, we want to see if he wants to come to Purdue and play football. So, and she was like, where, in Wyoming? And he was like, no, we're coming out here to Purdue. So we want to, we want to talk to him. So I ended up when I made my decision to come to Purdue, I ended up going to Purdue actually like a couple of days late because when I transferred from the school that I was at, there was some stuff going on with class and stuff that they had to get. So when I met him, we were all young and, at the time we're all like, young freshmen and, we're, getting to know each other. But when we started playing football, I was like, man, this dude is good. I was like, he's going to go to the league one day. So we found out we was all in the same. And then that year, the Big Ten, we were we were dead last in recruiting. So that class that I was in, we were dead last in the recruiting of the Big Ten. And then years on down the line, in 2001, we ended up going to the Rose Bowl that year. He as you can see, he came out to be good. He just turned 43 in January. So, so I don't know. I mean, we all usually meet up in the springtime around April for the spring game. So I don't know I know right now Purdue's in spring football, so I don't know if they're gonna have they probably will have a spring game, but I don't know if they're gonna have fans and stuff. But we know we all would go back, hang out, catch up or whatnot. But I mean Drew's a special character, a special person. I know he had his, I know he had a moment today where he had said some stuff on the internet. And I was like, Drew, what you doing, man?
Right. He was tripping.
I was like, what you doing? He took a heat. I was looking like, everybody asked me, like, I was like, I don't know. So, I mean, he's a good, good dude, man. Every time we come back, we always, everybody, we catch up and talk and whatnot. But when I found out when I met him, like for the very first time, I knew, it was gonna be something special. But it's we watch him on Sundays, and I tell the kids at school, I play with him, and they're like, "No, you didn't." I'm like, all right. And I got old like videos. They'd be like, "You play with Drew Brees, Coach Johnson?" Like, yeah, man, I try to tell you that. So,
you know how kids are nowadays.
They're not gonna believe you unless you call them.
Right.
Man, they don't. And I try to explain to people. I'm like, look, I was gonna say, and I have paperwork on it. Is to this day there is a website that shows you what class Coach Tiller had, and we're all on there. And I'm like, there is, it's right there. So, I try to explain to people, like, I did play with. He used to hand me the football. What do you mean? So just, trying to convince people, but you gotta show them, and they're like, oh, okay, now now I see. So
he said the man handed me the football. I know it's real. I
was here.
How do you feel? how do you feel that Drew Brees? What was his observation in regards to you? Because I know you may have been like, oh man, that's Drew Brees, but then you're coming in as a stud, having multiple offers. How do you feel that he felt about you?
I think he felt. To be honest, I really don't. He really didn't say, but I know, like previous after I had left, he told somebody he wished I would have never got hurt because he told somebody that he knew that we would have went far. Because I was not really, my running style was more of a Eric Dickerson type, like I said, between Eric Dickerson and Roger Craig. But and everybody would just explain to me like, look, dude, if you still would have been there, it would have been there. I mean, the dudes that stepped in were good, were good backs. But it was just something that when I was there, it just the fit was the different. So, I just feel like if I would have, when I got hurt, stuff would have been way different. By the time I was there, it was, it was fun. We had good, I still keep in contact with some of the receivers that play there, but I mean, we had a good team, man. It's just, some, stuff changes, and I felt like he appreciated me when I was there. And gave me an opportunity to, help out, and when we had our off seasons, we would all do stuff. So, it's just like I said, it's different now. The older we get, we try to keep in contact with all of our old teammates, but life life gets in the way. So, try to keep that balance.
So we have a few comments. Grayson says, just be ready, Dre, because y'all going to Jamaica for your first time. So he said once
I'm
COVID,
coming with you. I went last year.
he basically saying once COVID is over with, y'all going to Jamaica.
He said, man, he talking about that trip, man. I know. I mean, still gotta get a passport, man. I still ain't got no passport yet, man.
Then
he was telling me, he be like, you say you gotta get Dre.
Then he also says Drew Brees is the truth.
But yeah, man.
Always made a bowl game with him there. And he says, while Drew Brees was the truth, you were the running back. If it wasn't for concussions, you would have been right there in the league with Drew Brees. And I want to ask you that question. Do you still have like a personal, do you still take it personal that because of your concussions that you may have had a shot to be in the league like Drew Brees? Is that something that you kind of think about a lot? Like, man, if I didn't have these concussions.
Yeah, I think about it, when I, like, before I would think about, like, if I only got hurt, I would have been playing on Sundays. But, God does stuff for a reason. He stuff don't always stuff don't always go your way. But sometimes, I still sit and think about it. But I think me coaching now was a way to stay around the game. And then just, for a minute there, I was, I could say years ago, I would get upset and like get mad and like, why did this happen to me? But everything happens for a reason, So I think me getting into coaching was a way to get back in the game to help kids and show them, show them experiences that I've been through and, what to do and not what to do. And then now I can, get a chance to help Aiden get through, this football life too. So I mean, he hasn't played contact football yet. He's played more of the flag for football. So he's gonna try out, and I think he'll be fine because he's athletic too. So, but at first I was kind of hesitant because I was like, man, these concussions, man. Like now, like back in the day, they really didn't pay more attention to it like they do now. Because I probably had concussions going into college and didn't even know it. Because back in the day, you would get a concussion and they'd be like, "Yeah, all right, just take some Advil and get back in there." But now, when you get a concussion, you have to before the kids even put a helmet on, you have to do an impact test, which is you go to a computer lab at the school. You do you do a series of tests. So once you get a concussion, you have to go back and do the test again, and if you don't pass the test, then you can't go back out and play football again until you pass the test. So I feel like if they would have had this implemented back when I played football, then everything would have been different. But like I said, they really didn't pay attention to concussions like they do now. I know Vincent Jackson just passed away due to that. He had that CTE, but they said that after football, man, it's rough. I mean, it's you got headaches. You got then you do stuff that that's not safe. I think he started drinking a lot, and then they said he might have been in his room for like 3 days. And I still get headaches every once in a while, but I have stuff that I take to help it. But he said he wanted to play, so we gonna try it out. See if he likes it. If he likes it, we'll keep going with it. But it's just safety first, man. It's just you never know. I just feel like if they would implement the stuff now that they have back when I played, stuff would be, it'd be different. They waited till the future to do all this stuff.
Yeah. Got a comment from Jarrell Johnson says, I know you would have made it to the NFL for sure.
Oh, it's my cousin. What's up, cuz? Yeah, man. It was just like I said, man. It was just natural, man. It just came. It just came to me. I just took it and ran with it. And like I said, the coach was pissed, man, when I had to move. He was like, because he knew. He was like, you gotta leave, man. His feelings was hurt.
I can imagine, having a talent like yourself. I'll be crying too. You gotta go. No, let me pay for you to stay. Something, even though it's illegal. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, he was hot, man. I'm telling you, man, he was still his day, man. I mean, he's still coaching. He coaches at a school up north, and he had a major role too, man. I appreciate him too for giving me the opportunity to play varsity as a freshman, and I give him that praise too. So he helped me a lot too.
Nice. So before we continue on the Platform Sports Talk show, Stan has to go ahead and leave as he gets ready for his 9 to 5 tomorrow morning. So Stan, do you have any last words before you have to go ahead and depart?
Mr. Johnson, it has been a pleasure. I definitely look forward to your return to the show. We definitely got to get you back on, especially at a time period where brother ain't got to be up at 4 a.m. Oh, Jesus. So I got to go deal with that. Yeah, it's not fun, but somebody got to do it, and they thought that somebody should be me. So I'm appreciative, but I'm going to complain about it. Ain't that what we do with our jobs? We love them, but we complain about them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I will let you all finish off the rest of the show. I will finish watching this at work tomorrow when I should be working. Hopefully no one from work sees this, and if they do, I'll turn it off before it gets to this section. I don't know why I'm still doing air quotes, but make sure that you all follow and subscribe. Click on the bell. Make sure you tell your friends and family to do so. Smoooth says it all the time, and I just want to give a reinforcement of that. We are nothing without you guys, and we appreciate you all every time for tuning in. So I am out of here. I know you got to click this button twice. So the first one's done, and now the second one. I will see you all the week after next, because next weekend or next week is ladies' night, and Smoooth will talk about that. So yeah, I will see you all the week after next. Y'all be easy.
All right, Stan. Thank you very much.
All right.
So once again, this is your Wednesday night sports delight. I am your boy Smoooth, along with special guest, my boy.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute.
Dre
I know
Johnson.
it's been a minute, man. I'm just thinking about it. It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. But this has been a excellent interview so far, man. I definitely appreciate it. And I know everyone's watching right now, your fam, your friends, whomever else are enjoying this show and continue to get them shares going. We definitely appreciate it. So now we get through college, man, as you said before, had the concussions, and it was pretty much a life changing thing that happened to you. What led you to get into coaching?
Uh, well, I think what it was, my son's. No, I'm sorry. My grandfather had passed away. Um, and then my school. I mean, I've been at Carmel High School for 5 years. That school is amazing. Um, it's like it's school. It's been 5 years. It's amazing. Like the family there. They sent an email out about my grandfather passing away, and there's a guy there that works at the school that I didn't even know. Me and him played on the North South All Star game together, like for football. So he said, "Hey Dondre," I said, "Hey man," he's like, "Do you remember me?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he said, "Do you have you thought about coaching?" I was like, "I'm like, man, yes, dude. I want to, get back around football." So the freshman coach came and spoke to me and was like, we have no, I'm sorry, the head coach came to me first and was speaking to me. And was like, "Hey, we're sorry about your grandfather. We're sorry about your grandfather, and we want you to come, on to our staff, and where the freshmen work." And I was like, "Absolutely. It works for my schedule, for me and my son." So I ended up talking to me about it and asking me, what position you in the coach. I said, as of right now, I was running back. So if you have running back, that would be, more suitable. But at the time, they didn't have it. So I ended up doing coaching receivers. Um, so when I first started doing it, it brought back memories of when I played and, being on the field with those kids and showing them, what, because most of those kids coming up from 8th grade, they're freshmen and, they're at a high school and, they're going to be playing with, these kids be playing with these, the kids for the next 4 years. So just molding them, to get them ready for the varsity level, level and understanding the game. And then after that, it was, I was there for like I said, I've been there, been co-coaching for 4 years. Um, like I said, the seniors now were freshmen when I first started. So I've been there ever since then, man. And, it's been a fun ride being there.
Any coaching inspirations? Do you have any coaching or coaches who inspired you? Any inspirations?
Oh, what was that?
Oh, did you have any coaching inspirations or someone that you used to follow a lot that you studied?
Probably. To be honest, I think it was Tony Dungy. How he was when he was at Tampa and when he was in here in Indy. His style was, I liked how he would. He's more of like a coach's Um, he was really, 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 really strong background, and him being with Tampa and then then he came to Indy. Um, he was just so laid back, just watching him on the sideline, he would just be so laid back. And I'm like, man, I'd have never seen, him yell or yell at the referees, how some of the other co-hosts just be doing. But, just seeing him, watching him kind of got me, wanted to be a coach. And then a little bit of watching John Madden too. So, John Madden was a coach like long time ago.
Right, right.
So, just watching those two kind of got me into wanting to coach, and just wanted to be back around for football, man. Just it was weird there for a while not being around it, just watching it. But as soon as I got back into it, it was fine.
That's what's up, man. So, has there been a moment as a coach that you had, like I always ask to a lot of coaches, but has it been at that one moment that you felt like, okay, this is the reason why I wanted to be a coach? This is that moment that I wanted the kids to feel, my players to feel, because I'm doing this. This is why I do it. Have you had that moment?
Um, I would say, I mean, I know this might sound, I know this might sound like mean, but I think my moment is when seeing, seeing the kids have to like when they're working out, when they got to be pushed, because that's what majority of your hard work is going to come from. And because the harder you work in the weight room, the harder you can condition is going to show in the game. So the harder you push yourself during the week, and when it comes on Friday or Saturday, it's not going to be so hard. You're getting winded, but if you keep you keep on pushing, you push yourself, and that's the thing with the. I mean, man, you would get tired, but if you push yourself every day and not take no days off, I think that was a moment, seeing the kids, pushing herself and kept on going was kind of my motivation of saying this is why I'm here.
And I know you told me that you done like different roles in regards to coaching, but have you been presented with the head coaching position yet?
Me, no, no, not yet. I know that takes a lot of time. Eventually, on down the line, I would like to be a head coach. 'Cause I know it takes time. You have to really, really uh, lay, lay your groundwork. Have your team, your coaches to buy in with what you're trying to do at the school. Um, so I think eventually on down the line, I would want to be a head coach. Hopefully, when Aiden's in high school, I could be a head coach. Because it's like now it's football. It's hard. It's not hard, but it's time consuming. So you got to put the time in, and you got to your off season workouts. Then you got to check with the middle schools to see what kids you got, the kids that are coming through your system. So you got to make sure you got a good system in place for when those kids get there, and you got to make sure you got everything in order for to have a successful program to run.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And I definitely wish you nothing but the best, man. Get that opportunity, hopefully, to do your thing as a head coach. How much does fatherhood, you being a father, of course, play into you being a or excuse me, not a head coach, but just a coach in general?
Uh, it's hard. Man, it's hard. I know my other kids. I know they're with their mothers, but like I said, me having Aiden full time, it's it's rough. It's because I gotta make sure he's taken care of a lot, and but I thank God for the support that I have up there, and because he has friends and family. He has family. He has kids at his school, his friends, um, and I got his sisters and my parents and other relatives and friends that help out a lot too. So um, it's good that he's getting older now, because he's coming to an age now to where I can watch him more. But at the time, when he was coming up through when I first started coaching, it was kind of rough because I would have to go drop him off, leave, and then go get him, take him. It's hard, coaching and me being a full time dad too. So it has his ups and downs, but we've gone through it. Like I said, his mom passed when he was 3, and it's been It was a challenge at first, but it all fell into place. So we're good now. So it's just hanging it day by day.
And as you said, it's a challenge. So speaking of that, how have you been able to balance out being able to get a 9 to 5 schedule going and being a head coach while being a father? How were you able to go ahead and get that all worked out?
Uh, as of right now, like coaching and stuff. You said coaching now.
Being a head coach, working a 9 to 5, being a father. How are you able to balance everything out like you have?
Uh, well, the more I say, the majority of the most time is in the season. When it's football season, it's hard. Because after school, Aiden just goes. He has friends that he walks to school with. So during the football, when in season, he would just go over to his friend's house, and then I would just go get him after practice, and then after practice, we would come home, do homework, and then I would try to get a quick nap because I work at the school in the daytime, then go to practice, and then go to FedEx at night. So, it's been a rough two. Well, I've been at FedEx for about 2 years, and like I said, man, it can take its toll. Working all day, working all night, getting up, doing it. But I mean, I seem to balance it pretty good. Like I said, I got a good support system in place for him. So that help there has always been a plus. To help, when at first I didn't know what to do, but stuff happens for a reason. So it's all been good.
Yeah, man, you've always been, since I met you, a genuine dude, and guys gonna continue to make things happen for you, man, and everything gonna continue to work out. So definitely appreciate it. Do you have to work tonight at FedEx too, or is that tomorrow?
No. I'm going back tomorrow night.
Okay, all right. You tell
Yeah,
FedEx
it's been man. This snowstorm, man, it messed up.
the schedule.
That snowstorm messed up everything, man. It just pushed everything back. So it's we're still playing catch up from all this snow. So
Tell me about
and
it.
then Memphis and Texas have been hit. It hurt too. So
Yeah, sure. I used to work at UPS, so I definitely know. When you behind, it's gonna show when you try to loading up trucks and stuff, and you getting backed up for 10
yeah,
hours. You're like, man, when is it gonna stop? So I definitely understand what you mean.
yeah, we've been going. Yeah, we've been working there. It's been rough, man. We've been going in 11:40 and working till about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Then I'll come back, change, and go back to school, get Aiden, go and do it all over again. So man, yeah, I mean, it's rough right now.
Man, but hey, you're gonna have, if not already, you're gonna have an awesome story to tell. When you get older, and you let everybody know how
Oh yeah,
you've done this
oh yeah,
and
yeah.
you've done that while still being a great father, still having a great support system and everything. So, like I said before, bro, God is going to continue to bless you. People don't appreciate the struggle. People always just want to expect you go in, you do one
Oh no,
thing,
oh man.
you do one thing,
Yep.
and okay, now I'm good to
Mhm.
go and I get everything I want. No, sometimes it's about going through that struggle and watch how God rewards you by going through that struggle.
Yeah,
So this is, that moment that you're in. You've
yeah.
been faced
That's what I
with
try to tell
adversity.
them, man.
Yeah, you've been faced with adversity, but you're taking it in,
Yeah,
and it's good that people are seeing this story. Listen to this show, hearing your story, because you could have easily, if not for concussions, from what we're talking about today. Excuse me, we have been talking about today. You possibly could have been making millions and millions of dollars by now.
yeah, yeah. But like I said, everything happened for a reason. So I was blessed for the opportunity to go play, Division One football. But I think God has something else in store. So just keep on doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You tired, man? You sleepy?
Man, man,
You tired?
dude. Hey, I've been working like 10-hour shifts since November, and occasionally on Saturday. So I haven't had 2 days off on the road since I don't know when. So hey, I totally get it. But that's why it's the grind. You know, it's the grind. You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Right.
It is the grind.
Oh yeah, I know, man. Yep, man. I know it's rough.
Yep. But yeah, man. What are your thoughts on the NFL, man? This previous NFL season, Tom Brady came from the AFC to the NFC, won the whole thing against the Chiefs. What are your thoughts overall in regards to the NFL season?
It was man. To be honest, I really didn't think if there was gonna be one. But I feel like the season was it was good. It was just I mean, not saying weird, but I know what. To be honest, I had a strong feeling that Tom Brady probably was gonna win another Super Bowl game because the way he started playing. Like you said, you can't count him out. So,
Joe Kane.
And that team they have down there was pretty, really good. And I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't really realize their defense was that good. So, overall, I felt like it was a pretty good season. Like I'm here in Indy, so I know a lot of people were upset the coach lost in the first round, and then they went and got Carson Wentz. So I don't know how that's gonna play out. A lot of people don't like that deal.
Oh, really? I'm about to ask you that question
that was a
too.
bad deal. So I mean, oh yeah. A lot of people at my job said it was a bad deal. I mean, they I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like they could have. I don't know, man. You probably just got to wait and see if he plays out because he was with that coach when he was at the Eagles. So
Right.
I think Frank Reich will get him together. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, as long as he has an O-line that can block, he should be good, right?
Yeah, they gotta replace. I think Costanzo retired, so they gotta replace him. So I think that's the only thing that they gotta do is replace Costanzo. But I think everybody else is set in place. They still got their. I think they still got their skilled players there. They got Taylor. I think Mac might be coming back. I think the coach will be all right. I was listening to the radio station that I think he's trying to get some more things in place, but I think they'll be all right. But we'll see. I'm just curious about where Deshaun Watson is gonna land.
Oh,
because I know
now
they talk about Denver, and I'm like, what?
Now word is that the Rams may sign him for 1 year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's been the buzz that he may go to the Rams.
Wait a minute. What? I thought they got Stanford, man.
Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. My bad. I'm thinking about Deshaun Jackson. My bad. I apologize. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My bad. So yeah. So you're right. So Deshaun Watson, the buzz has been him going to like the Panthers or something like that. But Deshaun Jackson, the word is he might be going to the Rams for 1 year. But we'll see. Yep, my bad, everybody.
Oh, okay. I was ready to say they sending him over there with a Stanford. I'm like, oh, they must be trying to win a Super Bowl.
Hey, have one guy playing the first two downs.
Right. That's crazy. I was ready to say, I'm like, wait a minute, like, really? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, man. We'll see what happens, man. It probably should be an interesting year. And then you got, I don't know, the Texans, man. Bill O'Brien just messed the whole team up, man. They got then they just let JJ Watt go. So I'm like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole mess in the NFL. These players trying to, force their way out after you sign a contract to stay. Now you want to force your way out. How do you feel about that? And just overall, just in general, do you feel that these players are just overall just too sensitive now?
Yeah, they are sensitive. Yeah, they are. You making millions and millions of dollars. That's like me going to work. It's like me going to work and saying, hey, I'm not happy here and just want to leave. But you're making millions and millions of dollars, but you want to, I understand if the coaching ain't good, but don't players have to say, want, what they need and want and what they need to do. But like I said, nowadays they get too sensitive and want to leave and go somewhere else or hop on the team, and win rings. He's like they want to do it the easy way. They don't want to go through the work, to get. But we'll see what happens. I understand the Sean's perspective of why he wants to leave the Texans, because they really wasn't trying to give him help. They got athletes there, but it's like they weren't trying to give him help, to get where they need. I think one year, I think it was last year. They went to they played Kansas City the year they went to the Super Bowl. They had them up. They were winning 24-0, and then they came back and lost. So
right.
It just depends on how management and what pieces you need to be in place to get. Like I said, it depends on what pieces you can find, because it's going to take some money to get some people to go there. So it just depends.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, bro, this has been a very, very fun interview. Our first time, once again, seeing each other in some fashion.
Oh yeah, I know, man.
Since 2003 or four,
Yeah.
so this has definitely been fun. I hope that people has heard your story. They are inspired by it, because from what I'm hearing, and I knew about you a little bit in regards to football, but this show here just brought out more that, you pretty much sound like you a legend in Indiana, man, being a running back and getting all the love that you've been getting. So I definitely appreciate you being on this show, and for everyone watching, I hope that you have enjoyed it. Oh, yeah, definitely, man. And for those watching, we hope that you have enjoyed this show. Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Click on that bell, because anytime we go live, you will be notified. Shouts out to my other co-host who couldn't join us tonight, Bunny. She says, great show, Dondre and Smoooth. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so she'll be joining back.
Yeah, man, it's been good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. She'll be back next week hosting Ladies Night, in which, by the way, let me go ahead and give everybody, let everybody know what's happening for next week for Ladies Night, as we have the Incredible Four. So we have, of course, Bunny will be the host. Coming back again, Miss Purple Rain, Miss Dejanelle Freeman, the three-time champ for the St. Louis Slam, Andy Greer, and returning for the first time since her pregnancy. Talking about baseball and hockey and everything else. Joe will be back for Ladies Night. So we definitely going to have a great time. I'll be just sitting in the cut being producer while Bunny holds things down. So ladies, if you love sports, next week is going to be all about y'all. We want to get y'all opinions from a lady's point of view. So the Platform Sports Talk Show Ladies Night edition goes down next week. It's going to be official. We're going to have a good time with it, man. And it goes down every first Wednesday of the month, y'all, just so you know, for Ladies Night. And it's a great, great panel of ladies who knows their sports. Shouts out to, once again, everyone who tuned in with the comments. Grayson says, love you, brother.
I love you too, fam.
And once again, I'm sorry, Dre, when the show ends, just stay on. We'll do a little post-game talk after the show is over. Everybody else, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Mom says love you. I thought the first dial was for me, but I said no, that's for her son. So never mind. But she said that she enjoyed the show. And just for everyone to know, for those who missed parts of the show, as soon as this stream is over, it's going to be automatically archived on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. So you can watch it as many times you like. You can share it to as many people as you like. And there we go. Oh, she said she was laughing at me. Then she said, love you too. Oh, thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. Thanks for having your son come to the Lou for a year and a half, and we shut the cold club down doing our thing. You know how we do it, Dre? But yeah, man. So definitely fun times, and thanks again, Dre, for being a special guest.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, go ahead and stay on for me. Everybody else, y'all have a great rest of the week.
All
It's the Platform Sports Talk Show. When it's about sports, it becomes our business, and business just picked up. Y'all have a great rest of the evening. With that being said, we out. We out. Right. We out.